CFP, 50 years since Stonewall, the science and politics of sexual orientation and gender diversity. By Jacy Young via Advances in the History of Psychology. American Psychologist invites submissions for a special issue on psychology's contributions to understanding sexual orientation and gender diversity through research, policy, and activism. Important dates. Submission deadline for two-page letter of intent, November 20, 2018. Full-length manuscript submission invitation sent, December 20, 2018. Submission deadline for complete manuscripts, March 20, 2019. Special issue aims. The goal of this special issue is to stimulate scholarly reflection on how psychology, through both research and policy influence, has been entangled with changing social and scientific attitudes and theories about sexual orientation and gender diversity over the past 50 years. The history of psychology and the history of recent LGBTI activism have only recently begun to be co-narrated. This aim of this issue is to analyze and explore the co-constitutive relationships between psychological research on gender diversity and sexual orientation and the society in which this research has been, and is, embedded, both in the United States and other national contexts. Broad questions of interest include, but are not limited to: how has the science of sexual orientation changed and been drawn upon in tandem with efforts to combat homophobia and cultural heterosexism? How have efforts to develop LGBTQ affirmative psychologies developed in national contexts outside the United States and transnationally? How has psychological science been used to influence mental health policy, legal rulings, and social attitudes about same-sex marriage, gay parenting, trans rights? How has psychology's engagement with sexual orientation and gender diversity intersected with its engagement with other movements for equality and social justice? All manuscripts should explicitly discuss psychology's contributions to our understanding of the issues being investigated, and should address the importance of the historical, social, political, intellectual, and/or institutional contexts in which these contributions have developed. The journal has an outstanding reputation as a primary means by which the contributions of psychologists are communicated to psychologists, to other professionals, and to the public. Kazakh, 2016, p. 1. Manuscript submission. Submission deadline for a two-page letter of intent for the special issue is November 20, 2018. The letter of intent should include author names and affiliations, manuscript title, and an abstract that outlines the proposed submission. Abstracts should clearly convey how the proposed manuscript will address the goals of the special issue. Alexandra Rutherford, Ph.D., Associate Editor, and Peter Hegarty, Ph.D., will serve as guest editors of the special issue, with Annie Kazakh, Ph.D., as advisory editor. Letters of intent and any questions should be sent to Alexandra Rutherford. Manuscripts must be prepared according to the manuscript submission information available on the American Psychologist homepage and submitted electronically through the journal's manuscript submission portal. Add tags: currently, psychology,